It is Dilse with Ratnam coming again to you on the 27th day of September, Monday, and thanks and gratitude to the managements of Mint and Business Line for having just allowed me for a fair use of these two newspapers without attracting any provisions of copyright. This is just an attempt to bring people close to the business news, and no profit oriented business is going here. It's only just a fair use of the business news for all people to have a thorough knowledge on the present activities. Thank you. Thanks to the management of Business Line and Mint. This is the paper I have purchased from a news agency, and nothing is retrieved from any electronic media or any electronic app. Thank you. Now starting the news. Today we have Mint with us. This is the one of the most counted paper, and it says so many things today. The news is very wonderful, and the headlines go like this: SEBI may let PE firms own asset managers. PE. New rules will pave the way for global PE firms to acquire asset management companies. India's markets regulator is likely to allow private equity funds to own local asset management companies amid the growing popularity of mutual funds and soaring stock markets. Two people aware of the plan said like this. So the cash crunch, here I read it. An equity with a stake of 40% can now take over these firms. An equity with a stake of 40% of more or more in an asset manager is an asset manager is on. So whoever is having, you can highlight this 40%. 40% or more stake, they can take companies, and the SEBI has liberalized or modified the rules, and now SEBI will let all private equity firms own asset managers. So here the same thing is not seen here, but however we see banks, merchants working on a common platform. Banks and merchants are now working on a platform, navigating the change. Until the platform goes live, customers can pay directly at the merchant website or app, use net banking to register with bill pay, and several others. Lenders sound off customers about changes. UPI based mandates gain pace. And again, battle for Finolex. In this battle for Finolex, Prakash Chabriya seeks booster of directors close to cousin Deepak. So Chabriya is now the whole and soul of this Finolex, and he wants to boost at least 3 or 4 directors close to his own cousin Deepak, for the reasons best known to him. And I think there are some independent directors also, and this Mint also names those people, and they are I read R. Padmanabh Barpande, Avinash S. Khare, Firoza F. Kapadia. These are the three directors. I think there is a conflicting resolutions in this. If both resolutions are treated as valid, there is an inherent conflict between the two. First, an independent director cannot be appointed on a retiring basis. It is against the law. Second, as per the first resolution, a director is appointed on a rotation basis, whereas in another resolution on a non-rotation basis. Which resolution will prevail? Yes. So the resolution, two resolutions are given. One is the directors are appointed on rotation basis, and one is not on a rotation basis. And which resolution will prevail? And they have called for an annual general body meeting, and there is going to be this is going to be serious, and many things are going to work out, because after InGovern Research, another proxy advisory firm, Stakeholders Empowerment Services SES, has advised shareholders of Finolex Cables Limited to vote against the appointment of certain directors at company's 29th September annual meeting. Finolex has sought shareholders' approval for the appointment of Padmanabh R. Barpande, Avinash S. Khare, and Firoza F. Kapadia as directors who will retire by rotation, as well as independent directors. So this is the story about Finolex board, and here the business line also highlights this like this. And a gift, deed, and not on the spot. The family feud started on March 28, 2016, when Finolex Group founder Prahlad Chhabria handed over a gift deed to his son Prakash. The deed transferred 70% out of the 82.07% of the holding company Orbit's shares, which trade Prakash the majority owner of the Orbit and thereby also for the larger shareholder in FCL. This turned into a bone of contention between Prakash and Deepak, son of FCL's co-promoter Kishan Das Chhabria. So Kishan Das Chhabria and his son Prakash, Deepak, and Prakash Chhabria, the elder one, both are brothers, and now they have a feud, and the bone of contention has developed. And this turned into a bone of contention between Prakash and Deepak. So we have to wait until 29th and see the resolution of the general body and how it moves and what happens. So our headlines, another headline, our finance minister Sitharaman says India needs 4 to 5 SBI size banks to meet growing needs of economy. Sitharaman. So she says only 4 big banks are enough, and the rest may not have that much need. That is what they say. And this is not covered here, but here one more thing is going on. Crypto bourses trading volume dips. So crypto is now coming on to headlines. Crypto is now the one which needs to be very carefully taken. So we also see a very good cartoon on crypto. Someone says go to doctor and check up. So there is a headache, financial headache. I will show it later. So crypto business, this is the great news. And here we have one more news. Lenders tie up with fintechs to grow bridge. And there is a great length of story on this. Amazon Flipkart face off on 3rd October. That is another big news. Database of informal workers adds 17 million. And most customer keen to buy booze online. So all the customers nowadays are very fond of going for online purchases. So boozers also want to purchase booze only online. I think that may be a good development, because no cash transactions in hands and no corona or any virus attracting anyone. The cash is so very good, and no lines found near the liquor shops. That's the greatest good news. So nobody can, at least we can reduce some percentage of coronavirus attraction. So 30 firms may float IPOs in October, November to raise 45,000 crore. So you should understand this. 30 firms may float IPOs in October, November to raise 45,000 crores. The report is on page 3. And yesterday, as we said, we also pointed out that in the previous year, 40 firms have raised funds through IPOs, out of which only 7 have fared well, and at least total 10 have fared well, and rest of the 30 almost not fared well. Another 10 fared up to 25% to 50 to 70%, but at least 20 have damaged the investors' confidence. Investors lost their money. So IPOs are good to raise and make market capitalization and everything, but they should come up till they capitalize their money on market. Without doing that, they should not simply collect money and finally end up keeping their hands high and closing the firm. So at least 50% of the IPOs should be on the right path. Otherwise, it's a great danger to many of the upcoming things. How China's crackdown may help Indian tech sector. So China has made some crackdown on even industries also, and I think there is a point on which India can harp on and take some benefit. And here one more, IIFL secured bonus bonds 2021. 24 months, 36 and 60 months. Tenure options. So there is a chance that they also want to come up with an IPO, which you can read now. You can just see it here. Tranche 2 issue opens today. Allotment on first come first served. This is a great news. Tranche 2 issue closes on 18th October 2021 with an option of early closure. So kindly note this is a great point, and it is also coming out with an IPO. This is very important, and for today the news is like this, and crypto news is also inside, and that's a great thing. And we want to show you one cartoon. I will just highlight it for you. The cartoon is like this. So you see what is written here. Person says hum. it it does not seem to be the usual financial headache. And the doctor asked the patient, have you been trading in cryptocurrencies? So the reason he got headache is he is trading in cryptocurrencies. So cryptocurrencies is naturally a great attraction, and now the crypto trader is going and consulting a doctor. And the doctor finds out after seeing the X-ray film, and he suspects cryptocurrency to be the root cause of his headache. Maybe it's a cartoon, but it's a wonderful cartoon. Thanks to Business Line for bringing out this. So this is the news today, and this is most consumers keen to buy booze online. And just understand this and follow. It's a thing, and it may help curbing coronavirus and developing a good habit, and also to keep things in check. Thank you so much. This is Dayaratnam Singamala for Dilside with Ratnam. With gratitude to Business Line and Mint, and good news to all people, and taking care of Gulab cyclone and all the catastrophe it brings along with it. So take care, be good. Till next episode, Dayaratnam Singamala signing off. Bye.